They walked into Judge Vonda B's courtroom, convinced they had all the answers. But confidence disappeared the moment the facts came out, and every excuse fell apart. Here are 9 unforgettable moments where Judge Vonda B left confident parents with absolutely no comeback.
I'm bringing my husband, hopefully ex-husband soon, for child support. He roughly pays about $1,000 a month, and I feel he should be paying more because he makes more. He makes more than I do.
Okay, but he's not under a court order, right?
No, ma'am. He just gives.
So he voluntarily gives you $1,000 a month for child support.
Yes, and exactly voluntarily gives me money. Every
But
now
that's
and then.
a good thing, right?
Every now and then he gives me money. Then most time I'm begging for him to give me money.
Still get it?
So what's going on? Like, fill me in. How did we get here today?
We're here today because I know he's a truck driver. He's over the road all the time. But like I said, I need more money for my children. They're in activities, private school, more money. And I'm not jealous of him or anything like that. That's what he said before, but I'm not.
You said they're in activities and they go to private school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it fair to assume that the $1,000 is covering that?
No, it's not.
So who needs the money, the kids or you?
Well, of course, I have to look good too, but I don't spend that money on myself. I spend it on my
spend all of it on herself,
I do
Your
not.
Honor.
No, I do not. No, I do not. You don't have proof of that?
Your Honor, I currently...
You don't have proof of that? You do not have proof of that?
Excuse me. Okay. As best you can, try not to interject until I'm done speaking with her, and I promise I will come over to you.
Yes,
Thank you, because I will.
At first glance, this looks like a simple child support dispute. Mother believes her ex-husband should pay more because he earns a higher salary as a truck driver while she works as a teacher. But as Judge Vonda B begins asking straightforward questions, the case starts taking unexpected turns. What initially appears to be a financial disagreement slowly reveals deeper issues involving shared parenting, existing financial support, and even personal emotions that may have nothing to do with the children's needs. By the time the hearing reaches its conclusion, the judge completely reframes the issue. Stay with us, because this ruling may challenge the way you think about fairness in child support cases. And as you watch, ask yourself one question. If both parents are actively supporting their children, should earning more automatically mean paying more?
He has money. He's spending on other women.
That wasn't my question. Everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on,
I want to put him on child
You want to
support.
put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more, yes.
Okay, let me move over to, well, before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right, how much money?
I make about $60,000.
All right, do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does. He pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
Yes.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing that.
You're right, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Now, sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe 82 a year.
All right.
Okay.
The judge reaches one of the most important moments of the hearing. Instead of focusing only on the father's higher income, she begins examining the entire financial picture. The father is already voluntarily paying $1,000 each month, shares parenting time almost equally, and contributes to the children's health insurance. In family court, child support isn't determined by salary alone. Judges consider parenting time, existing expenses, and each parent's overall contribution before changing an arrangement. That's why Judge Vonda B keeps asking detailed questions instead of rushing to a decision. At this stage, she's testing whether there's actually a legal basis for increasing support or whether the current arrangement is already fair.
If they're not doing something, I do understand making it legal, putting it in a document, but you're asking for more money. So I'm trying to get the disconnect here.
So
like
what
I said,
it
he
is,
has
Your
other
Honor,
women he's spending money on.
she never lets me talk, so.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
What it is, Your Honor, she didn't mention this, but she's engaged.
Wow.
And she just found out that I'm recently dating, so now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There
I'm
goes
mad.
the
Very mad.
conflict.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now,
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing. So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend?
No, ma'am. I'm not
That's
mad
exactly
about
why, Your Honor.
And you're engaged?
Yes, ma'am.
He's still gonna want to marry you after he see what you're doing to this man.
He's on my side.
Of course he is.
So he agrees that he should be paying more than $1,000 a month
Yes,
in
like
child
I said,
support.
he has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with anything?
he's spending all
Quite
the money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother man that you should be worried about, and you over
understand
here
that.
all in his business.
I'm not trying to be in
And
his
he doesn't
business.
even
You
work for
are
him.
trying to be in his business because you have mentioned it twice that he has other women. His
Yes.
other women has nothing to do with this case.
It
So
really
you can
does,
pipe
Your Honor.
down
It really
and stop
does.
bringing that up. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
it. Well, let
It
me
really
say it
does.
like this. It is not going to have an impact on my decision today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Now, so you have a new girlfriend and she's in her feelings about it. Okay?
She always try to come by to see if she's there. If she sees us out, she always try to come make a hostile environment.
Did your fiance come to court today?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Because if what he's saying is true,
This is where the entire case shifts direction. Rather than discussing school expenses or financial records, the conversation suddenly turns toward the father's new relationship. That changes the tone of the hearing immediately. Family courts are designed to resolve issues involving children, not personal disputes between former partners. The moment emotional frustration begins replacing financial evidence, credibility can quickly become an issue. Judge Vonda B notices that shift almost instantly and makes it clear that who either parent is dating has absolutely no impact on the legal decision before the court. The focus must remain on the children's best interests, not unresolved feelings from the past.
that's not a good look.
I am not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm not coming by the house or anything looking for him.
Okay.
So again, the disconnect is
Stop spending that money on those other women and your
I
children.
need you to stop interrupting me
Yes, ma'am.
because you have not done anything to prove to me yet that this man needs to pay you even the $1,000. You said the children are in private school. It's $1,000 for private school.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the whole child support, that I need more money to take care of them.
But you're a
You're
teacher.
taking care of yourself.
What?
You're not taking care of them.
You don't know that.
I do.
No,
Miss
you don't.
Henry. Miss
know
Henry.
that. Yes,
You
ma'am.
obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
okay?
no, Your Honor.
Yes, you did.
No,
Yes, you
no,
did. You are asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my house.
clothing. Excuse me, Mr.
Please, you
Henry.
bring the
Excuse
kids
me. Give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute.
just-
Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your
Judge Vonda B begins explaining something many parents overlook in shared custody cases. Because both parents care for the children for nearly equal amounts of time, both households are expected to provide clothing, food, and everyday necessities during their parenting time. Child support isn't designed to eliminate one parent's responsibilities. Instead, it's meant to ensure the children's needs are met fairly between both homes. The judge also notices that the tuition is already consuming nearly the entire amount the father voluntarily pays each month. At this point, the hearing becomes less about asking for more money and more about determining whether the current financial arrangement is already serving the children appropriately.
home. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000.
Yes.
$500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay $500,
Wow.
and he's going to pay
Judge.
$500 directly to the.
That's
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you hadn't.
And
that's-
you're
that's-
going
that's-
to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay? Now,
Thank
if you
you.
decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you know, you can do that. The children can be double insured. But
True.
I'm not going to have him pay more.
Instead of simply increasing or denying child support, Judge Vonda B chooses a different solution altogether. She orders each parent to pay half of the children's private school tuition directly to the school, while the father continues providing health insurance. By sending payments directly toward the children's education, the court creates greater transparency and ensures the money is used exactly where it is intended. Rather than rewarding one parent or punishing the other, the judge restructures the financial responsibilities to reflect the shared custody arrangement. It's a decision focused on fairness, accountability, and, most importantly, the children's best interests.
More than $1,000, or even continue paying $1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children, and that's what's fair.
Fair?
That is fair.
That's not fair.
Well, it is fair today. Did you have anything else?
You got it. You got it.
It's always about me, right?
It is.
I asked
It
you a
is.
question. Did you have anything further for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr. Henry,
When
did you
bring
have?
the kids back home, make sure they're dressed properly, please.
I bring them back with what they came with.
What? Okay.
Okay, well,
All right.
Mr. Henry, is there anything further?
That's it, Your Honor.
If there is nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the end, this case wasn't decided by emotion, income alone, or personal disagreements. It was decided by facts, shared parenting responsibilities, and what the court believed was fairest for the children involved. Judge Vonda B concluded that both parents were already contributing in meaningful ways, so increasing child support simply wasn't supported by the evidence presented. Instead, she restructured the financial arrangement to make the children's educational expenses more transparent and equally shared. Now we'd love to hear from you. Do you think the judge reached the right decision, or would you have ruled differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom analysis and the legal reasoning behind these powerful cases, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more courtroom stories every week.
All right, Mr. Morris, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I come to you today, Your Honor, because I'm trying to get my child support reduction.
Okay, all right. Based on what? Like, what's going on?
Well, I currently pay $880 a month for child support.
Okay.
I also pay $362 for health insurance. And I see my kids every maybe like 4 times a week.
Okay.
I see them pretty often, and she's trying to take my kids and move off to Florida.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I'm not going for that.
All right. Did she tell you why she was trying to move to Florida?
Because she just want to live her best. That's what it is. She want to go to the beach, drink coconut balls, whatever they have out there in Florida, and just have her best life.
Okay, wait a minute. So did she actually tell you that, or you interpreting her as living her best life?
Your Honor, why would anybody else want to move to Florida? That's Paradise City.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to move too, but I can't go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got to work. So could it be for a job?
You know, Your Honor, I haven't asked, because when she told me that she wanted to move to Florida, I got so upset about the fact of losing my kids that I was like, are you moving to Florida for like vacation time, or just so you can live your best life? Or because we in Texas, I'm in Texas. I'm a good dad.
So what did she say to that when you said, are you trying to move to Florida to live your best life?
She said, you shouldn't have messed.
All right, everyone. This case starts with what sounds like a simple request to lower child support, but it quickly turns into something much bigger. A father says he's paying too much while still trying to stay involved in his children's lives. A mother insists she's relocating for a career opportunity, not to escape responsibility. As the facts unfold, the courtroom shifts from financial arguments to questions about trust, parenting, and the limits of a court order. By the end of this hearing, Judge Vonda B delivers a ruling that neither side appears to expect. The real question isn't just who is right, but what outcome truly serves the children at the center of this dispute.
If I got the highest bid, of course, I'm a getter, you know?
Oh, so you subcontracting these things now?
I was, yeah. At that time, I was subcontracting, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Right.
Keep going.
So I saw her in the hall, and I came to her, and my bid won. And we was together for years, Your Honor. We were together for years. We have 2 kids. We have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Throughout the time, and as life just went on, we just started kind of fading, Your Honor. I'm a coach. I'm a football coach at a college. One of the cheerleading coaches kept hitting on me, and I kept rejecting her.
So you put a bid on her too?
She put the bid on me, Your Honor. Oh. Yeah, she put the bid on me. So I gave in to that bid. She had a high bid, and at the time, my lady, she wasn't putting no more bids on me. She wasn't cooking me dinner. She wasn't massaging me like she used to. She wouldn't even let me watch sports on Sundays, Your Honor, because she wanted to watch The Bachelor. So it just wasn't working, and I gave in to what was going on, and I messed up. She saw my phone. She saw that I was with her a few times, and she left me, Your Honor.
Okay.
She left me.
That was a very colorful story. It's very interesting. I hear the word bid. I think about trying to do construction on my home. So it's just interesting hearing you use that term, referring to relationships. Okay, so you don't want her to move to Florida,
No, ma'am.
all right? And you want your child support reduced as a result if she does move? Or do
Well,
you just want it reduced just because?
I just want it reduced just because.
Okay, got it.
I feel like I know dudes that don't see their kids ever and they not on child support. I see my kids multiple times through the week and I'm paying $880 a month.
Okay. Fair enough. I believe I have majority of what I needed. Okay, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to her?
No, that's about it, Your Honor. That's
Okay.
about it.
All right. All right. Ma'am, and give me your last name.
It's Adams.
At first, the father's request sounds straightforward. He believes his financial obligation no longer reflects his role in the children's lives. But as the mother's testimony begins, the discussion moves beyond dollars and into the emotional history of the relationship. The court isn't deciding who caused the breakup. It is evaluating present legal responsibilities. Past choices may explain today's conflict, but they do not automatically change child support obligations. Do you think personal mistakes should influence financial decisions involving children? This is where the conversation becomes more practical than emotional.
With 2 Ds.
Adams with 2 Ds. Okay. All right. Mrs. Adams or Miss Adams.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Adams. So tell me about, so this story that he told, he actually, you know, you won the bid, or he won the bid.
Well, I think that tells you everything you need to know about his view of relationships is very transactional.
Oh, yeah. That's the word I was looking for. That's it. Transactional.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
very much I do this and you do that, and I think the fact that he didn't even bother to mention our children's names should tell you about our relationship.
Well, he told me the ages.
Yeah, well, that's great. Robert and Madison, that's with a Y.
But she ain't asked for the kid.
Okay, yeah, I get
oh.
it. Anyway, so going back to, evidently I'm just going to Florida for a permanent vacation. I'm actually going for a job.
All right.
So what's that job?
Robert, and I'm going to be a marine biologist.
That's a
So
good
when,
job.
when this dream come apart? Because you ain't had this dream when we met.
See, exactly. Do you ever listen?
Miss Adams, Miss
sorry.
Adams, I need you to talk directly to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Morris, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak. Let me hear what she has to say.
You're right,
and
Judge, I'm
people
sorry.
can change dreams. I mean, depending on how long you guys have been apart, a lot could have changed in her life.
It's just she taking my kids, Judge. It's
Okay,
just-
well, let's hear what she has to say.
You're right. You're right.
She said Marine, right?
Yes.
That sounds like a really good job, and I want to hear about it. See how much money she makes.
She
all
just
right?
having random dreams, Judge, but it's all
Okay,
good.
that's great, but I need to see how much money she's making.
Right.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
All
Your Honor.
right.
Yeah, less talking, more listening.
And you do the same thing. All right, now, continue.
Jesus.
So I'm taking the kids to Florida because I have a greater job opportunity.
Okay.
And, you know, it's so interesting to me that he says that he sees the kids 4 times a week. I guess he's talking about maybe a FaceTime call or seeing them on his phone screen, because I certainly don't see him picking up the kids and taking them to the doctor and cleaning up vomit in the middle of the night. So it's great that he thinks that that he's paying for the right to see his kids, and that there are people who don't pay child support and who see their kids a whole lot, Judge. That tells you everything you need to know about the transactional nature.
The mother lays out the realities of raising 2 children: housing, insurance, food, utilities, and everyday expenses that continue regardless of where the family lives. Judge Vonda B carefully separates personal opinions from financial facts, reminding both parties that child support is intended to meet the children's needs, not reward or punish either parent. When emotions fade, the numbers often tell their own story. Which argument feels more convincing to you so far?
Of relationships to Mr. Morris. So, look, the fact of the matter is, I guess he doesn't realize that his children are going to need to eat, whether they live in Texas or they live in Florida. And
That's
they're
true.
And they're going to need new tennis shoes and new clothes, and I guess he just thinks that money goes on trees, or that kids just eat for free. It's not how it works. This isn't TGI Fridays. So the cost of living is going to be higher in Florida.
All right, what are we looking at?
So my rent is going up from $2,000 a month to $2,800 a month.
Okay.
Because I have to have a 3-bedroom because Robert and Madison need their own bedrooms. And of course, I have to pay for flood insurance and other things like that.
All right. And you mentioned food.
Yeah, so the kids eat organic.
Okay.
And they're vegan. And so my grocery bill for them is already close to $800 a month.
Okay.
So his opinion that $880 is too much for the kids is wrong. It is a wrong opinion because your children deserve the nutrition they need to grow up big and healthy and strong so they can be college athletes like you want them to.
Okay, so Miss Adams, you said that your rent is going up $800.
Yeah.
You have to pay flood insurance. The children's diet, they eat organic food and they're vegan. Okay, so are you using the child support for flood insurance and rent too, or are you using it to feed the kids? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what it is that you're saying in regards to his request to get a reduction.
Yes, Your Honor. So the thing is that if I was living in a 1-bedroom because I was by myself, my rent would be a lot lower.
All right.
But I have to get a 3-bedroom because I have a boy and a girl, and I don't want them sleeping in the same bedroom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I have to get a 3-bedroom, and so.
The hearing suddenly takes a dramatic turn when the judge examines the custody order itself. What seemed like a routine move for a better job becomes a legal issue because relocation requires court approval, not assumptions based on internet advice. Acts of avant-garde. This moment highlights an important lesson. Misunderstanding a court order can completely change the direction of a case. A single procedural mistake can outweigh an otherwise reasonable plan. Would you have checked with an attorney before making such a major decision?
It's not just that, it's my electric bill, it's cell phones, because our 5-year-old has a cell phone, so now I have to make sure that we've got her a phone line so you can talk to her dad so he can see her 4 times a week on FaceTime.
So about that, he said that he sees the children now 4 times a week, and you're saying that's not true, except for like a FaceTime video or something like that.
He sees the kids on an inconsistent basis.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Okay. So when you say inconsistent, right now, do you all operate under a standard order where it's like first, third, and fifth?
He has every weekend, and I have during the week.
Okay, so every weekend.
Right.
Okay. During that every weekend, it's inconsistent, is what you're saying?
I mean, it's just all over the place. He just comes and goes and sees the kids whenever is convenient to him, or maybe his girlfriend like turns him down for a date or whatever.
Okay, so that was petty.
What girlfriend you talking about?
We didn't have to go there. We didn't have to go there. So is that what the issue is? Like, you're still mad at him about that story that he told?
Well, okay, so he put in a bid for an upgrade, or the upgrade put in a bid for him or whatever, and now I have to explain to our son why our family fell apart.
Oh, so it's some hurt feelings there. Okay, I understand. So, have you already moved to Florida, or is this something that you're intending on doing pretty soon?
Well, I took the job offer and I've already found an
So
apartment.
the answer is yes. You pretty much already. So in your court order, do you have a geographic restriction because Dad lives here?
Yes, but he moved just outside of Ellis County, so he's just outside of the geographic restriction, so it's technically lifted, Your Honor.
Okay, and technically is what you said, but is that what your court order says?
Well, the court order says Dallas and contiguous counties, and he moved like a mile on the other side of the Ellis County line.
Okay, and I do have a copy of your court order here.
Instead of simply approving or denying the relocation, Judge Vonda B focuses on fairness and the practical impact of distance. If the children move hundreds of miles away, the father's ability to exercise parenting time changes dramatically. The judge decides that the money previously paid in child support should instead help fund travel so the parent-child relationship can continue. It's an unusual solution that balances financial responsibility with continued involvement. Was this the fairest outcome, or should the support have remained in place?
And it doesn't mention that it's automatically lifted.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking it was the one that.
O is right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
O
Thank
is
you.
right.
I'm sorry.
O is right, because you can't just leave. You can't just do that. You actually have to ask permission to modify this order like he did.
Well, can I modify the order to move to Florida?
Did you file anything for today?
I mean,
It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay. So you're moving without asking the court, can you move? And dad is still living here.
Well, I guess I just didn't understand the way the order was written, because I had heard that if he moved outside of where it said, then I could move out.
Who did you hear that from? Did you Google? You did one of those Google searches? One of the Google lawyers told you that? Oh, okay. Because they told you wrong, and that's the problem with Googling everything. You should have actually consulted with an attorney who would have interpreted this order properly to you. You can't just move. So let me tell you what we're going to do, because I think this is the fair thing to do. Regardless to whether you say his visits are inconsistent, he say they're consistent, the reality of it is when you move to Florida, he can no longer have access to those kids. So even if he were coming this day, this day, this day, and did every weekend, he won't be able to do that anymore now that you are going to move to Florida. So what I'm not going to touch is your custody arrangement. Not going to touch that at all. This is a child support court. That has nothing to do with us, okay? So I'm not going to touch it at all. You are free to move to Florida. However, he's coming off child support. So then he can use the money, the $880 or so that he would give you for child support. He can use that to travel to actually see the kids.
But what if he doesn't, Your Honor?
Well, if he doesn't, then after some time of him not doing it consistently, and when I say consistently and consecutively, it needs to at least be about 6 months or something like that. He can come back and let me know, Judge, he's not exercising regularly. I need some support for these 2 kids, right? But absent anything like that, I believe that's in the best interest of the children, and quite frankly, that's fair. You're moving without permission, right? Which is a violation of your court order. So it's only fair that he stops paying child support. So beyond a reduction, he's coming off child support today. Now you will have to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that, what is it, $362?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll still continue to pay the health insurance, but there will be no child support paid from him to you. Hopefully you guys can.
In the end, this case wasn't only about child support. It was about communication, legal procedure, and the difficult balance between career opportunities and parental rights. Judge Vonda B made it clear that court orders matter, and major decisions involving children must follow the legal process. Whether you agree with the ruling or not, the case raises important questions about responsibility, fairness, and putting children first. What would your decision have been if you were on the bench? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy thoughtful courtroom breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real courtroom stories.
One with you, what's going on?
King. So he's my nephew's father,
Okay.
and I need help. You know, mom's paying child support. I feel it's only fair that dad pays child support for, you know, his child.
Okay. And you said for your nephew, if I remember correctly, there were 2 children, right?
Yes, he's just the father of the 4-year-old.
All right.
Yes.
All right. But you said he was around. I
He
remember
does,
you saying
and
that.
he even dropped off some school supplies. You know, he brought him a backpack, and he got him, you know, the scissors and Crayolas and stuff. But I mean, he didn't help with school clothes.
All right. Right. Have you ever asked him to help with school clothes or do anything more?
I mean, he knows school starts. You know,
So that's a no.
that's a no.
Okay. How do you know he knows that school started?
I mean, because the summer just ended and the school starts, and he knows his baby's going to go to, you know, school supplies. Why wouldn't he think to bring school clothes?
Well, that's true. That's true. You all have a decent relationship, though.
We do. And he's, you know, he's sometimey. He comes, you know, when he wants. I mean,
That was funny.
Just listening to her, that's it.
Okay, all right. I'll get to you in just a second, okay?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, continue.
Basically, that's it, you know. My sister's not doing her part. He does some timey part, and, you know, it's just getting old.
Okay.
My nephew deserves more.
So at this point, you are wanting to place him on child support?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if, have you talked to him before today? Because I don't know if he knew this, because he has this look on his face and shaking his head. You haven't discussed this with him?
We haven't.
Yeah,
We haven't.
Where is this coming
I mean,
from?
not that you,
All right, everyone, get ready because this case is about much more than child support. At the center of today's hearing is a young child being raised by his aunt, while both biological parents remain part of the conversation in very different ways. One side believes financial responsibility shouldn't have to be requested. The other insists he's already doing enough. But when personal opinions collide with legal obligations, only one standard matters: the law. Watch closely as small disagreements quickly turn into a heated courtroom debate, where every answer changes the judge's perspective. By the end of this case, one ruling will leave one person satisfied and the other completely stunned. As you watch, ask yourself, is being an involved parent enough, or does financial support carry equal weight?
okay, Mr. Jackson, what's going on here?
You guys tell me. I don't know what's going on here.
You were unaware of the reason that you were coming to court today?
Yeah, I'm just here.
Okay, you got served with paperwork. Did you read it?
No.
So you just showed up without you just came to court not knowing what was going on?
Well, I'm not going to miss court. So.
Well, I can appreciate that. Thank you. You're about the first person that is come in here and recognize that
Yeah.
you should come to court when you are ordered to come to court. But you didn't read the paperwork, so you're not aware of anything.
I'm in a blind about all this, and nothing was discussed or anything like that. Just prior to, sent you a text message here. I think I still got it.
You sent her a text message?
Yeah, we communicate. We communicate back and forth.
Okay.
So for her to say that I'm inconsistent, I don't know where she's getting that from.
Well, how would you describe, you going and seeing your son and everything like that?
Oh, I'm an amazing father, but of course, when you get in court, it's something totally different. So. Yeah.
What do you mean by amazing father? Like, explain that to me.
How often do you come and pick up your son?
Excuse me, Miss
Oh,
Allen?
I'm sorry. My apologies.
And I know you know better. You've been here before.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't be sorry.
Thank you, Judge.
Just don't do it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Now,
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Jackson,
Yes.
you're welcome. Continue.
Being an amazing father, I go pick up my kids whenever I have the opportunity to. I do work at a bank here as a financial advisor.
All right.
So my schedule is not, it doesn't permit me to go pick them up like I would like to. But through our text message and everything like that, I'm able to communicate with her and go pick them up. As she said before, dropping them off, taking them out to eat, buying
So,
school supplies.
Wait a minute, just so I'm clear. So she has custody of both of her sister's kids.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking both of the kids? Are you
No, just
okay?
mine.
You just taking your son?
Yes.
Okay, because you said kids, so I didn't know if this was this child or you had outside children.
No, well, just this one.
Okay, okay, I got you. I follow you.
Yeah.
And
so,
that matters, because if you're going to be put on child support, you will get credit for any other children that you have. You said you work at a bank. How much money do you make?
say about $60K a year.
Okay, all right. So you pick up your son, you take him places, you do things with him.
Yes,
Do you buy him clothes and everything like that for your home?
of course.
Okay. As far as Aunt's home, though, Miss Allen's home, you don't.
I can't speak for our household. I
Okay.
can only speak for my household and when I have them. So,
All right.
other than that, yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about knowing that you're here today to be placed on child support at her request?
I think it's a waste of time, honestly. I think we could have settled out of court for all this, but hey, you got to go through the process. So let's go through it.
Okay. Have you been giving her any financial assistance for your son up until now?
Yes.
All right. How have you?
Jackson presents himself as an involved father, describing regular visits, outings, and school supplies. Legally, however, that's only part of the equation. Family courts distinguish emotional involvement from financial responsibility because raising a child involves everyday expenses that don't disappear when the child goes home. The judge isn't questioning whether he loves his son. She's determining whether his financial contributions match his legal duty. That's a critical difference many parents misunderstand.
You've been giving her financial assistance?
Whenever she asks.
Okay. How frequent do you ask him?
I don't like to ask frequently because I feel like he knows his child has needs, wants even, and I don't have to pick up the phone and say, hey, your child's gonna eat today. Hey, look, I even brought my electricity bill. You know, like water,
This is
electricity, gas, $435 for electricity. I mean,
What does your bill have to do with my child?
your child lives in my home
Once
and
again.
uses this electricity, you know, watching TV or the enjoyment of the air conditioner, you know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's just your child, you should pay.
Okay. Once
Financially.
again, you didn't answer the question. What
You're,
do your
you're
bills have to
not,
do
you're
with my
not,
child?
you don't, if you're not gonna sit your child, if you're not gonna take care of your child and have your child with you, well, then you can pay financially,
Huh, okay. Okay.
right?
I
I
choose
think-
to have my child with me, but hey, you know how you guys do.
Oh,
What does that mean? You guys do. What does that mean?
I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, okay. But I asked you to. So what does that mean?
Yes, Your Honor. As I said before, I think that I'm an amazing dad. Her and her sister, certain ways about them.
I could kind of tell that from the last time that they were here.
They have certain ways about them. A little money hungry, if you want to say that. I'm gonna say that and not use the other term. But hey, teach his own. Teach his own.
Okay. And she said some things about the electricity bill and everything like that.
Correct.
Do you think that child support should be
No, child
determined
support
or
is for the
spent
child.
on those expenses?
No, child support is for the child. Me paying your bills, you have another child there, you probably have other dudes there. That's not my responsibility. So
Do you think she was asking you to pay those bills?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. She need help.
Miss Allen, were you asking him to pay those bills, or what
no,
exactly
Judge, I
was?
want him to just get the knowledge that, you know, your child lives in a household. You are not contributing to that household, so therefore you contribute financially to your child, so that your child is taken care of.
Okay.
You know, so that when school comes, there's school clothes and there, you know, there's backpacks and new shoes and you know.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think I understand where both of you are coming from. You know, it's just ironic that, not that you have to have an agreement outside of court, right? That's not a requirement or anything like that. But considering that you all seem to have somewhat of a decent relationship.
This exchange becomes the emotional turning point of the hearing. The aunt argues that she shouldn't have to ask for help every time the child has a need, while the father believes he should only contribute when requested. Then the conversation shifts toward household bills, creating confusion about what child support actually covers. Child support isn't reimbursement for electricity or rent alone. It's a legal contribution toward the total cost of raising a child. Who do you think made the stronger argument here?
We are going to place you on child support today. I mean, at the end of the day, the law is the law. You do have a responsibility to financially support your child, any children that you may have. Your child is living with his aunt. She should receive some sort of financial support in caring for your son, just like the mother does. All right? You understand what I'm saying? So it's not to punish you or anything like that, but she is entitled to receive some sort of support for taking care of your child. All right? Now,
So-
child support is, go ahead.
So all the cash apps and everything that I have here and all the text messages and everything, that means nothing, correct?
No, you haven't told me that. You haven't told me. I mean, I asked, you know, how much have you been giving her?
Like I said, whenever she asks, she
But
asks
what does that mean? Like, numerically, how does that look?
to 500.
A month?
Yeah, say that.
Okay, and the last time you were here, I believe you said your nephew had been with you, let me see, I have my notes here, 9 months at the time.
250, there's no way. 250 to 500, there's no way.
Okay.
He'll send like 20 bucks here, 30 bucks here, 40 bucks. I've never received a payment more than $50, ever.
Never?
So is it possible
Sure?
that, excuse me,
No.
Are you sure?
Excuse me.
sure.
I let you
Okay.
guys talk the first time. Now I'm talking. So, is it possible that the $250 to $500 is a total based on sending smaller amounts? Is that possible?
Sure.
Because she's saying she hasn't received that in a month.
And like I said, my electricity bill was $430
Once
a
again,
month.
that's not my responsibility.
It's not, but your child lives in my home.
Now the courtroom moves from emotion to calculation. Once the judge determines that legal child support is appropriate, the discussion becomes about numbers rather than opinions. Previous gifts, cash app payments, and occasional assistance can sometimes affect back support, but they don't replace a formal support order. That's why the judge carefully asks for actual amounts instead of general statements. In family court, documentation almost always carries more weight than assumptions or memories.
Okay, you keep talking about your bills. You need to
Okay,
focus
well,
on my
let me
child,
just clear
okay?
this up. The bills don't matter, okay? I mean, I get what you're saying. I
Yes.
understand. The child lives there. There
It was
are
just,
things that
you
you
know.
have to pay for. I get it.
I was just saying.
His child support is not going to be paid based on your electricity
Absolutely.
bill, your gas bill, any of those
But
bills
he
that
wants
you
to
brought
sit here
today.
and say $250 to $500. That's probably been in a year. And what I was just trying
Come
to
on
say
now.
is, come on, I mean, come on.
Okay.
$500
Come
in
on
a year,
now.
that's
Come
not
on now.
much.
Well, she did ask for back child
Come on.
support too, so that's the reason that I asked what it was that you had paid her.
You can take $500 off. Fine.
$500 off
From
the back pay?
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
give him
now
that.
you do understand that back pay starts
that.
from the day that, so
Mm-hmm.
taking $500 off, that'll probably put you around $2,000 in back pay, and you can pay that back at $100 a month, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. What I'll do is give you credit. I can give you $200 credit for health insurance. Now, if your health insurance ends up being more than that, I can't just say, okay, I'll give you credit for $300 or even more than that without seeing what the actual health insurance premium is going to look like for your son only. So I give you credit for $200, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if I do that with your gross, that brings your gross to $4,800, which means your net is $3,979.40.
The final calculation surprises Mr. Jackson, but the judge explains exactly how she reached it. The support amount is based largely on income, allowable credits like health insurance, and state child support guidelines, not on whether someone feels the amount is fair. His visible frustration doesn't change the legal formula. This moment perfectly shows the difference between personal expectations and legal responsibility. Would this ruling have surprised you too?
7 cents. And you said you have one child, correct?
Have one, expecting one.
Okay, so you have one child that's already here.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that is $3,979.47. That's 20%. $795.89. We'll round it up to $796. Plus $100 a month for the back pay that you owe. That makes your monthly child support obligation $896 a month. All right.
Thank you, Your
That's
Honor.
ridiculous.
You're
but
welcome.
Thank
okay.
you, Your Honor.
Do you all? I mean,
And
it's
my
based on
nephew's
a
gonna
number.
thank you too. My
It's-
nephew thanks you too.
Okay,
And he'll
that's
thank
great.
you too.
No, your bills, thank you. That's what it is.
Okay. As I stated, it's not a punishment or anything like that. It is strictly based on what your income is. Now, if you guys can work together and you decide you want to do something different, you get an agreement or something like that, I would happily entertain that. But until then, this is where we're at today. All right? Do you have any questions, Mr. Jackson?
I bet he don't. My apologies.
Money hungry, like I said. No, I'm good. I mean, I got other priorities right now, so
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for showing up for court, at
most
least.
definitely.
Other
Thank you.
priorities than his son.
Miss
Other
Allen,
priorities
your
other than
only
his son.
That's not your
priority,
business.
you have two
You want your bills
priorities.
paid,
The
right?
first priority is for you to make the request as you did, and the second one,
And add, the judge makes one thing crystal clear. Parenting isn't measured only by visits, phone calls, or buying supplies once in a while. The law expects both parents to contribute financially when a child is being cared for by someone else. Whether you agree with the amount or not, the court's focus remained on the child's best interests above everything else. So, what do you think? Did the judge strike the right balance between fairness and legal responsibility, or would you have ruled differently? If this courtroom showdown kept you thinking, be sure to like the video, share your opinion in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom cases with expert breakdowns.
What's going on?
Well, for one, we should have been here a long time ago, but someone keeps delaying. Anyway,
Really?
yes, really. You want to start this here? Okay, we could have started this a long time ago.
Need to
okay.
stop, okay? Mr. Tommy and ma'am, really? I mean, the last time I checked, I was the judge. I was asking the questions. I should be the only person in here with a neck roll and an attitude.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it again. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, do you understand?
Yes.
I understand that tensions are high. Anytime you're talking about children and money, tensions are going to least to keep it together. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, continue, sir.
Okay, well, she gave me money. I don't know the exact amount, but I know it was once. And
One time?
Yes. It's
For
not
how many kids?
2.
Okay.
And they're in my care right now, and I go full-time to a film school. It's a great film school, but it's very expensive. And I am a trust fund baby. That I realize that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
All right, everyone, get ready because this courtroom battle is far more complicated than it first appears. What starts as a simple child support dispute quickly turns into accusations of manipulation, a custody fight, claims of privilege, and even a shocking admission involving gun violence. Emotions are already boiling before the judge has asked more than a few questions, and that usually signals there's much more beneath the surface. But despite the personal attacks and dramatic allegations, the court has one responsibility above everything else: to protect the interests of the children. As this hearing unfolds, watch closely how the judge refuses to get distracted by the chaos and repeatedly steers everyone back toward the facts.
Thank you. But it's running out, and I am scared that I can't afford some of the things that they may need because they're talking about wanting to go into the same thing that I'm doing. And that scares me, for one, because it's very expensive.
Are you paying for school out of that trust too?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Not that you would like.
Okay, well, please, thank you for saving me from that. This case has been pending for a long time. 6 months is a long time. And he says that you keep on delaying it. So I need to know, what is the reason for the delay?
The delay is because he don't even need to have the kids. The only reason why he got the kids anyway was because his mama and daddy in that damn trust fund. Okay, and then on top of that, he put a case on me.
Are you mad that you don't have a trust fund?
No, I'm not mad that I don't have a trust
Yes.
fund. I got my pension and my retirement, but the
Oh,
problem
so you
is
have a
he's
pension.
spoiled.
Please keep talking.
He's
you have
spoiled.
A pension,
He's spoiled.
and you have
He
a
need to get-
retirement. Okay, but the children live with him, and it sounds like you're big mad because
No,
he
I'm not
has
mad.
this trust.
I'm not mad behind that. Okay.
What are you upset about?
I'm
exactly?
upset because he pulled the wool over my eyes. Okay.
Okay.
When we first
The real question isn't who has the louder argument, it's whose legal obligations actually matter. By the end of this case, one decision will completely reshape the financial responsibility between these parents. Jali, notice how quickly Judge Vonda B takes control of the courtroom. Before discussing money, she establishes something even more important: respect and order. Family law cases are emotionally charged, especially when children and finances collide, but allowing arguments to spiral only buries the facts. By stopping the interruptions early, the judge makes it clear that emotions may explain behavior, but they never replace evidence. Would you have handled the tension differently?
first hooked up, all right, I told him what it was that I wanted to be a cop. I always wanted to be a cop, right?
All right.
So he pulls a trick and then ends up getting me pregnant.
What does pull a trick mean?
He poked holes in the condom.
Oh, okay. Well,
And now I got twins. I had the kids originally, but because him and his family got money and he got that stupid trust, guess what? He went and lied. Now he got custody. So it's been taking so long because we've been back and forth out of custody court. And then not to mention he put a case on me because I shot him in his ass. He's an asshole. That's why I shot him.
No,
my
you
gosh.
shot me in the
Well,
leg,
you
and
know
it
what?
hurt, and the medical bills
It
are
was
still
your
piling
ass.
up.
Stop,
Thank you very
stop,
much. Okay.
stop,
you
stop,
know what?
stop,
Both of
stop.
you, both of you, stop. Both of you stop, because this is a lot. I hope you guys do not do this in front of your children. I understand that you're upset, ma'am, but the first thing you're gonna do is learn how to speak without cursing, okay? That's the first thing you're gonna learn how to do. Because trust me, it's a whole lot of stuff that I wanna say up here, but I don't say it. So you're gonna learn how to behave.
I
and
don't
stop
question
shooting
criminal
people.
activity.
Just because you have a gun does not give you the right to go around shooting people. Okay? Whether it's in his behind or it was in his leg, you should not be going around shooting people.
His behind.
Okay?
This is where the case takes a dramatic turn. The courtroom suddenly shifts from child support to explosive allegations about the relationship, custody, and even an admitted shooting. While those claims sound shocking, notice the judge's strategy. She refuses to let sensational accusations derail the purpose of today's hearing. Courts often separate emotional history from the specific legal issue before them. That's a reminder that not every dramatic story changes the legal outcome. Should personal history influence financial responsibility?
Okay, well, either way, all I need to know about is the money. Now you said you did a whole lot of talking. You talked about you being a cop. You said pension. You said retirement. That is music to my ears dealing with child support, okay? So what I need to know, okay, thanks. Hold on. What I need to know, he said you gave him money one time. Is that true?
No.
It's a yes or a no.
No, that's not true.
So how much money have you given him total? About $3,000. Whether it happened one time or not, all I need is the amount. How much money do you make a year?
$57,000.
$57,000. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Who covers health insurance for the children?
I do.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
It's $68.
$68. Okay. You about $5 off. I have 63.
Well, 60.
check. You gotta
Okay,
check
it's
with her.
63.
Okay,
telling you.
63. $63, okay? $5, it doesn't make a big difference. Excuse me. I'm not going to ask you again to stop talking to each other.
Now the hearing becomes less emotional and far more mathematical. Once the judge confirms the mother's income, health insurance costs, and previous payments, the child support calculation follows established legal guidelines rather than personal opinions. This moment shows why documentation often carries more weight than emotion inside a courtroom. Regardless of who appears more sympathetic, financial obligations are based on verified numbers. Do you think the amount ordered here seems fair?
I'm not going to do it. You do not apologize to me again. I just need you to sit over there and be quiet and let me calculate these numbers, okay? And sir, I'm going to need you to just leave her alone, okay? I do not need her to shoot you in this courtroom, okay? So, based on that $57,000 a year, we're going to, your gross is $4,700, that's correct. Giving you credit for the $63 that you pay in health insurance, that brings your net to $3,864.83, okay? Child support, $966.21.
A month?
What do you want it to be? You want me to make it a week? I mean, I wish I had the authority to do that, but
Your
I
Honor,
don't.
I put my life on the line every day,
And you know
and
what?
I gotta
And
pay
I-
for this bum. Like, my kid's supposed to be with me
And-
anyway.
Are you
Guess
kidding me
what?
right
I-
now?
Excuse me, Mr.
He
Tommy.
not
I
gonna
can
use that
handle
for the
this.
kids.
Listen here. I applaud you for going out and putting your life on the line every single day. But just like a lot of people out here, they put their lives on the line too when you are raising children. You have to worry about.
One of the strongest moments comes when the judge reminds everyone that supporting children is a shared responsibility. The mother's dangerous profession earns respect, but it doesn't eliminate her legal duty to contribute financially. On top of that, delaying the case resulted in retroactive child support, creating additional back pay. It's a powerful lesson that postponing legal obligations rarely makes them disappear. It often makes them more expensive. Would this ruling have changed your perspective?
Their safety. You have to worry about their welfare when they're no longer in your possession. So it's a lot of people out here have other people dependent on them, okay?
I understand.
So if you understand, well, let me go ahead and help you understand a little bit further what else you have to do, because I haven't finished yet. $966.21 is your monthly obligation. However, this case has been delayed a lot because of you. So I'm going to make your child support amount retroactive for the past 6 months. So giving you credit for that $3,000 that you testified to, and he said that you've given him some money. You said it was $3,000. I'm going to take your word for it, okay? Giving you credit for that $3,000, your retroactive child support or back pay, whichever one you want to call it, comes down to $2,448 that you owe in back pay, and I'm going to make that payable at $55 a month, all right? So payable at $55 a month added to your child support obligation, your monthly obligation is $1,000. I need you looking confused or anything like that because you have a pension and you have a retirement. I need you to pinch from it and keep living. That's
I'm
all I
not
need you
even
to do.
vested. So
Well, you know what?
Invested in your kids?
I'm not, listen, it ain't about
hear
my
that?
kids
You
now.
know what,
hear
Mr.
that?
Tommy,
need
do
to
you have
stop.
anything further?
No, you've been more than helpful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Ma'am, is there anything else that I could help you with here today?
I just want to make sure my kids get the money. I don't want to pay for his education.
Well, you know what?
He sucks.
You said it. You said it. Well, you know what? He ain't sucked that bad when y'all was in the bed. So
The condom
go
was
ahead. Well, you know what? That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with anything now because the children are here. They live with him. You're going to be responsible for taking care of them financially. Anything else from you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You all are dismissed.
In the end, this case became a reminder that child support isn't about rewarding one parent or punishing the other. It's about making sure children receive the financial support they're entitled to. Despite accusations, emotional confrontations, and personal grievances, the court stayed focused on the law, verified income, and the children's best interests. Judge Vonda B also explained why prior voluntary payments can sometimes be credited before a formal support order is entered, giving viewers valuable insight into how these cases really work. What do you think of the judge's decision? Was the final ruling fair, or would you have ruled differently? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns that explain both the drama and the law, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next case.
Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone. I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course I'm going to say yes, you know. At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, Grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and
All right, everyone. This case starts with what seems like a simple request for child support, but it quickly turns into something much deeper. A grieving grandmother tells the court she's been raising her 6-year-old grandson almost entirely on her own after losing her husband. She says the child's father rarely helps financially, even though he still receives child support from the boy's mother. As the story unfolds, the judge begins uncovering hidden financial details and emotional betrayals that completely change the direction of the hearing. By the end of this case, one courtroom decision will shift thousands of dollars every month and expose who has truly been carrying the weight of this child's future.
Is there anything else you want me to know, or can I move over to him?
yeah, I just want to know. I mean, like I tell you, he plays dumb, but I just can't believe that he's let me come out of pocket, you know. When Grandpa was around, it was easier. We could pay these things, but now it's serious that I can't even get him for a common cold without having to Uber almost 20. I mean, Uber doesn't pay anything, and my pension doesn't take care of it.
Okay. Okay, so let's move over to Mr. Campos. I'm not going to call you by your first name.
Okay.
Mr. Campos. Okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves? Que
Okay.
te dije.
And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him
Well,
up, or when you pick
you know,
him up and go with
I'm
him?
a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, you know, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, you know, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the 150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you, it's not serving Julian?
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently.
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me out.
fair to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
This is where the judge starts connecting the missing pieces. The grandmother explains that she's been paying medical expenses herself because she was never given the child's insurance information. Then comes the surprise. The father admits the child already has health insurance, but he never bothered to give his own mother the insurance card while she was taking the boy to doctor appointments. Legally, that's a serious issue because the person providing daily care needs access to the child's medical coverage. You can already sense the judge's patience beginning to wear thin as the father's explanations become harder to defend.
And
So you're
like,
paying
I can't
out,
right now.
she's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would
you
help.
just said keywords. He left quite a bit. I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house? How many bedrooms we're talking?
Maybe.
The emotional tone changes dramatically here. Instead of acknowledging his mother's sacrifices, the father shifts attention toward her inheritance and even questions her finances. But the judge refuses to be distracted. Whether the grandmother has savings or not doesn't erase a parent's legal duty to financially support their child. That's an important principle in family court. As the conversation continues, the courtroom becomes less about excuses and more about accountability. And you can see the judge beginning to focus on where the child's needs are actually being met.
Oh,
And
okay.
they can
But
do
she
it
just
from
took
everywhere.
off.
So they're,
I no
yeah,
longer see
but
her.
She
I
left,
no longer see her.
but she was making good money like he makes. I don't know to the penny what he makes, but they were living very, very comfortably. And but he started this since Julian was born, the free babysitting. That a grandmother that loves her kids shouldn't have to be paid and this and that. I never asked him for a dime. I didn't need to. But since becoming a widow, it's become critical.
Okay. All right. Mr. Compost, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano?
Well, then that's where all the
And
money.
club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the
child
house.
support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying?
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1,000, $1,000, and that's in that
Just
40.
a grand?
See that when you know how much that would have
everybody
helped?
does not receive just a grand.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compost, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, rent a month is about a grand $500.
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What's your other expenses look
Your
like?
Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and you know, as families talk, and we're gonna try to pay off the house early, and we're gonna try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute.
They
Okay,
have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as you know, it was a heartbreaking, you know, I don't
So
want to
it's
go
a deed
into
in
it
that
as much
folder
as
over there you have? You have a deed?
a deed.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just
so you own the, Mr. Compose, you own the home. Do not come in here and waste my time.
the details have just been foggy since.
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work on me, okay? I was not born yesterday.
Now, the financial story starts falling apart. The father describes his income, housing situation, and expenses, but several of his statements don't match what the grandmother reveals. Judges hear these kinds of disputes every day, so they're trained to compare testimony with the surrounding facts rather than relying on confidence alone. Every contradiction chips away at credibility, and that's exactly what's happening here. By this point, it's becoming clear that the judge isn't just listening to the words. She's evaluating whether the entire story makes sense.
All right? So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're going to send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can...
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this. Okay, that's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000, all right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right, so your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes,
Okay.
just Julian.
All right. All right, so 20% of that brings your child support to $656, and that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you received from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known.
This becomes the defining moment of the case. Instead of simply criticizing the father's conduct, the judge carefully calculates child support based on his reported income and redirects the existing payments to the grandmother, who has been providing the child's daily care. She also orders additional monthly child support while requiring the father to continue paying for health insurance. It's a ruling built on one central legal principle: financial support should follow the person actually raising the child. With one decision, the judge changes this family's financial future.
That I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian. And I would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I, again, didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay,
you
I
know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't. Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your
I
Honor.
just noticed, I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion. And he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, you know. And I knew that his mortgage was not $500, because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses, because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the
Mr.
home.
Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And
just
I
for her
need
to
you to
mention.
do better. How about that?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she...
By the end of this hearing, the case becomes about much more than money. It highlights the sacrifices of a grandmother who stepped in when her grandson needed stability most, while reminding every parent that financial responsibility doesn't disappear just because someone else is willing to help. The judge's ruling ensures that support reaches the caregiver meeting the child's everyday needs, reinforcing that the child's best interests must always come first. What do you think about the final decision? Did the judge strike the right balance? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoy real courtroom stories with meaningful legal analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more unforgettable cases.
All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found Mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good, good. What's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So it looks like you were here. Back when you
Don't
were
look at
here,
me
they
like
had
that.
Excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me. Excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry. Just don't do it. This is your
he
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and
I
had
did.
the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to.
All right, everyone, get ready, because this isn't just another child support hearing. A father walks into court after raising 5 children on his own for months, while the children's mother finally appears after disappearing from their lives. What begins as a simple support case quickly turns into a courtroom showdown filled with shocking admissions, emotional confrontations, and tough legal questions. As Judge Vonda B starts digging into the facts, it's clear that excuses won't be enough today. Stay until the end, because one decision is about to change everything for this family.
It's been a few months, so the kids have been with you. Looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So in this 7 or 8 months, has Mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no, that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right.
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see,
yeah.
the Cutlass. Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh,
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not
Right.
going to be petty. So,
At this stage, the father explains that the children's mother hasn't contributed financially or even visited the kids for several months. Instead of getting distracted by personal arguments, Judge Vonda B immediately focuses on what truly matters: the children's well-being. Family court isn't about deciding who won the relationship. It's about determining who has been fulfilling their parental responsibilities. The father's calm testimony contrasts sharply with the growing tension in the courtroom.
and I know neither one of you want to pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't want to take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
So, like I said,
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
I said no more outbursts.
I was coughing. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
handle that. You
Handle.
need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between.
When are you gonna?
It's a difficult question for me because, you know, sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500 or I can have a promotion that's 50,000 plus. So.
Ms. Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question. On average,
I have a simple answer.
On average,
How
much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about, maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving, because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with you.
Oh my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer or are you self-employed?
I
What do
am
we do?
self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing. You said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me.
Yes.
Setting the stage for a much deeper examination of both parents' actions. Jolly, now the hearing shifts toward the most important part of any child support case, income. Judge Vonda B asks straightforward questions about the mother's earnings, expecting clear and honest answers. Instead, the responses become increasingly vague and inconsistent, creating frustration inside the courtroom. In family court, credibility is everything. When financial information isn't presented clearly, judges often have to rely on the testimony available to calculate support. Every hesitation here makes the judge question whether the full truth is really being told.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge, can I speak briefly?
Briefly. Make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was it? How much was it?
I mean, you know, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35,000,
$1,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers. You're about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Shauna.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of?
This becomes one of the most dramatic moments of the hearing. As the discussion turns toward cosmetic procedures and expensive lifestyle choices, Judge Vonda B begins comparing those decisions with the lack of financial support for the children. The issue isn't about judging personal appearance. It's about priorities. When a parent claims financial hardship, but evidence suggests money was available for other expenses, the court naturally asks whether the children's needs came first. It's a powerful reminder that every financial decision can become relevant inside a courtroom.
So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
Well,
no.
If I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So 6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
I would.
She
say,
just
though,
answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
How
great,
she's
monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I can give you that.
Plus
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
I got it.
After hearing both sides, Judge Vonda B finally applies the law. Using the income figures provided during testimony, she calculates the monthly child support obligation and adds reimbursement for the children's health insurance. This isn't meant as punishment. It's the legal system ensuring that both parents share responsibility for raising their children. The judge also makes it clear that custody and visitation are separate legal matters, meaning financial support doesn't automatically determine who gets time with the children.
Can the kids stay with him now?
The kids will continue to live with him because that's who they live with, and obviously you care more about a BBL than them.
That's not true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
gravy.
further? All right, is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are gonna stay with him and you guys are gonna work that out at a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
And I'm at work.
Are you gonna get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
As the hearing comes to an end, Judge Vonda B delivers a decision centered on one principle: the children must come first. The father leaves with a formal child support order, while future visitation will have to be resolved separately. This case reminds us that family court is ultimately about accountability, not excuses. What do you think? Did the judge make the right decision based on everything that happened in court? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more compelling courtroom stories.
Miss Miller, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Miller, you brought this case before the court. What is going on?
This is my
future
son's
daughter-in-law.
baby mama.
Future daughter-in-law.
And Tracy. So Tracy leaves the kids with me and didn't come back to check on the kids, haven't done anything, just dropped them off and took off and expects me to take care of the children with no money. She doesn't drop food off, she didn't leave any clothes, she didn't do anything. Tracy says she works all the time. That's what she tells me.
Okay.
That's where she is. So she hasn't done anything with the kids.
Okay.
And they're small kids. They're 3 and 4. I'm trying to deal with a 3 and 4-year-old while she runs around and does whatever Tracy decides she wants to do.
Okay. Is her name Tracy?
Yes, Tracy. Tracy, I guess is what it is.
It's Tracy, Judge.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's just Tracy.
Oh, okay.
So special.
According to your son, I am.
Okay. Tracy.
He just has bad
What's
taste
your last
in women.
name?
My name is Tracy Smith, Judge.
Smith. Okay.
Yes, and I'm prepared. I watch your court hearings on Zoom and the other
Kiss it
courts.
up. Are you really kissing up?
Excuse me. There is nothing wrong with watching hearings on Zoom. That's not kissing up.
It just sounds like a kiss up to me.
No.
Well, that would be Tracy. That would be her.
Okay. Mrs. Miller, we're going to be nice and respectful.
I apologize,
It's not
Your Honor.
kissing up if she is watching court on Zoom. That's why we live stream, so you can watch it. And a lot of people watch it to get prepared. I see you have your notes there.
Yes,
I see that she has notes there. That's okay.
Yeah, it is okay, but I would watch it if I wasn't watching kids and kid shows, but that's because I got kids, but
Your
I
Honor, I
understand.
don't know why
I
she's so
understand.
mean to me.
Oh,
like,
here
I
go the
don't
tears.
understand.
You're going to tears.
At first glance, this looks like a routine child support hearing. But within moments, it becomes clear that this case is about much more than money. A grandmother claims she's been left to raise 2 young children without support. A mother insists there was an agreement all along. And standing in the middle of it all is a deployed fiancé who isn't even in the courtroom to explain his side. As emotions rise, the judge must separate family frustration from legal responsibility. The question isn't simply who cared for the children. It's whether a family disagreement belongs in child support court at all. Watch closely, because one overlooked email is about to change the direction of the entire case.
Tells me things.
Right. You only get it, hear me out, you're only getting information from your son. And I'm not saying that your son is not being truthful, but that's just one side of it. It's always another side.
I see stuff.
And it seems like you're very passionate about your grandchildren.
Yes, I am.
So you should at least pretend to get along with their mother. I mean, she did drop the kids off to you, so she must trust you, right?
I don't say anything bad about her.
Wait a minute. She did trust you enough to drop the children off to you, right?
Or she had no one else.
Okay, but even still, with having no one else, she could have put the kids with somebody that she really didn't know.
But my grandchildren, she was.
That's my point. She trusted you enough to bring them to you.
Good point. Good point.
Okay. Now, isn't it fair to say
my son's idea?
Part of your son's idea to do what?
Drop the children off to me. She probably didn't think about it.
Okay, is that a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing. I'm just
okay. I'm not following.
She probably would have just left them with anybody.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. I object, Your Honor.
What you objected for? You ain't no attorney. How you objected?
Wait, she has the right to object. Both of you can object.
Oh,
you
I didn't know
represent
that.
yourself.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, now I'm listening.
Now, what is your objection?
That's not true.
Okay, what is your legal objection?
That it's not true.
All right, so that's not a legal objection.
Not an attorney.
So it doesn't matter. She watches court on Zoom, so she is learning how to represent herself.
Right.
Let's not knock anyone for trying to represent themselves. That's not a legal objection, unfortunately. So I'm going to allow her to keep speaking, okay? Okay. Now, Mrs. Miller, is there anything else you want me to know? Well, before I go there, let me ask you a question.
The hearing begins revealing something courts see quite often: strong emotions backed by incomplete communication. The grandmother genuinely believes she has been abandoned with the children, while the mother insists everyone originally agreed to this arrangement. Notice how the judge immediately redirects the conversation away from personal attacks and toward legal facts. Child support cases are decided by evidence and agreements, not by frustration or assumptions. At this point, the biggest issue isn't who is louder. It's whether anyone can actually prove what was agreed from the beginning.
I'm a influencer, and I hate saying that because I'm still growing right now. I'm in the growing stage. And so I do like travel blogs and things like that, which require me to travel.
Object, question. Which one can I do the question? What she said. What's an influencer? What is?
So what is your legal objection?
The legal objection is that she's lying.
That's not a legal objection. And there will be
falsifying information. Falsifying information. What's an influencer? What's that she says she does?
Okay, that's
false.
All right, that's not a legal objection either. So I'm going to allow her to finish, because then maybe you can hear what an influencer is.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
All right. Continue.
So I don't get paid a lot. Mostly they just kind of cop the expenses and stuff while I'm growing my channel. Before he deployed about 7 months ago, and he did not want me to give up my growing career. I'm starting to get a lot of traction on social media, and so he told me that he talked to his mom and agreed that she would take care of the kids while I have to travel. And I don't travel for like a month at a time. I'm gone maybe 5 days to 7 days, and I'm back 2 or 3, and I get my kids, and then if I have to travel again, I leave them with her. You know, I don't have my mom. And so when I got in this relationship, I wanted to have a good relationship with her, and I don't know why she's so mean to me. Like, I have beautiful children with her son, and I'm a good person. And so if she doesn't want to take care of them or help me anymore, I can give up being a influencer.
And get a real
keep
job.
My kids.
And influencing, when you say influencing, you're talking about social media, content creator, that kind of stuff?
Yes, and my specific niche is travel videos. And you know, they're young right now. I hope when they're older, you know, my fiance and I plan to integrate the kids and do like family trips and show how to travel on a budget. Like, we have a plan marked out for it, but his deployment right now, you know, he's going to get out of the military when his term is up this time. He's not re-enlisting.
Okay.
So if she's not willing to help us, like, you know, my fiance said, I'll take them back, but she doesn't talk to me. And I send them with food and groceries when I have to travel. It's not like, you know, not to mention
treats. That ain't
not
no
to
food.
mention my fiance, when he's here, we live together. We're happily together. My fiance pays, she's on our phone plan. My fiance pays like some of the bills at the house and stuff. So while it's not maybe coming from me directly, it's from our household.
Okay, I
Because
understand.
we're getting married. When he gets permission for leave, we're going to be married. Whether she likes it or not, whether she's there or not, we're going to be married.
Okay.
Now the story becomes far more complicated. The mother explains that she is building a career creating travel content while her fiancé serves in the military overseas. Whether someone agrees with that career choice or not isn't the legal question before the court. What matters is whether childcare was voluntarily arranged and whether financial support was part of that agreement. The judge carefully separates opinions from evidence, reminding everyone that personal disagreement doesn't automatically create legal liability. Sometimes the law asks a much narrower question than emotions do.
Hey, so
That you need to watch. You know, I was gonna have the kids.
so you agreed, and I believe there is.
But 6 months.
Do y'all have anything you want me to look at? Because I see that you have documents over here. I see that you have. Looks like you just
No, I
have
just
notes.
have my notes, Your Honor.
I have the email that my husband, my almost husband, sent to his mom.
Could you stop saying that? And you have his
should
email
get
address,
used to
don't you?
it.
Don't you check his email? So you probably sent that email.
But how do you know?
Thank you.
Because that's the kind of person she is.
Come on,
And
Mrs.
so
Miller.
The email
Thank
states
you.
like if she could watch them while I travel, and you haven't heard her deny. I get them when I come back. It's never for longer than 5, maybe 7 days at a time. And if she wants
How
to
much money have you given toward this? See how she talks? See, there's the real her. There's the real her coming out right now.
No,
Go ahead.
no,
Don't
no,
stop
no.
that crying. Just
No,
keep
no.
going like
Hold
that.
on, hold on. 1 second. 1 second. You keep interrupting her. You keep interrupting
That's
her.
'cause she be lying.
She did it to you too. So I can't just say that you're 100% at fault. You both are doing it. I don't see how y'all are going to be able to work together with these children if you can't even get a word in. Now, in this email,
See, she interrupted
I mean,
you.
it is very clear what the intentions were. It is very clear that this was a temporary situation and you agree to help them.
She wrote that email. I agree. I agreed to keep my grandchildren because I didn't want anybody else to
That's
have
what
them.
the email says.
I agreed. I did agree. I did
Okay,
agree.
so
I'll take that.
Mrs. Miller, I don't like to tell people what their intentions are, but it does not seem like you did anything here today other than to come and waste my time. Because you should not have filed a child support situation on her. You should not. It's
She's
very
the mother.
clear. It is hold on. It is very clear that this arrangement was for you to help not only her, but to help your son as well. And then if it's true what she also said, that she hasn't been able to communicate with her husband, he doesn't even know that you did this.
Everything changes the moment the judge reviews the email. Until now, both sides have relied mostly on conflicting memories and emotional testimony. But written communication often carries far more weight than assumptions made in court. According to the judge, the email clearly describes a temporary childcare arrangement that the grandmother agreed to. That single document dramatically shifts the legal landscape. It's a powerful reminder that one written conversation can outweigh minutes of courtroom arguments built on personal interpretation.
I'm sorry, your son, her fiance, he doesn't even know that you did this. You think he's gonna be impressed to know that his mother did that to his fiance?
He'll understand. He'll understand.
No, that's not funny. This is not a joking matter. This is serious. Things like this is what makes it hard for families. Child support is hard enough on anybody. But to file it simply because you don't like the other person, that's just mean.
Well, also she has money. She's not paying. She doesn't give anything. She running around
What
talking
was
about
the agreement
doing
with
the
that?
job.
What is the, wait 1 second. Miss Smith, what was the agreement, if any, for financial support of these children while your husband was on deployment and you were
To pay some of the bills, like her phone bill, and I think he pays the internet and gives her money when he's there. But
Always
I also,
done that.
I also drop off groceries for the days when she does watch them, but I want to let the court know if she wants to completely destroy her relationship with her son and with my children.
What happens with me and my son?
Children, I will pick them up and they will not be going back to her house. And this is why I can't.
Well, I don't want you to do that.
Object to a threat. Can I object to a threat?
Well, she didn't actually threaten you with
She said
anything.
she's going to take the kids and not let me see them
and
anymore.
that's not a legal objection.
Oh, well,
and
it's a
I mean,
threat.
you know, I would never recommend anybody to stop children from seeing the other parts of their family.
Right.
However,
right.
You're going to have to play fair. You're going to have to play fair. If there was, according to this email, there's nothing in here that said any exchange of financial anything for the children from her to you.
And that's why I filed for child support.
Why won't you just give me a chance? Like, I'm a good person.
Yo, that is a good question.
Your son loves me.
Miss Smith.
The discussion now moves beyond child support and into family dynamics. The judge recognizes that this dispute isn't really about calculating financial obligations. It's about trust, resentment, and communication breaking down between future family members. Instead of escalating the conflict, the judge encourages cooperation before permanent damage is done. Legal victories don't always repair relationships, and courtroom decisions rarely solve emotional conflicts. Sometimes the hardest challenge begins after the judge finishes speaking.
Let me ask the question, but I'm gonna piggyback off what she said. Why? Just give her a chance. It sounds like she really loves your son, and it sounds like her son really loves her too. So y'all should be working together as a family at this point.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Especially with him not being here. This is a really good opportunity for you, the two of you, to get to know each other.
But she's never here. She's traveling with that little new job.
Call her and you all sit down and have a conversation. Get to know each other. This is not the place to do it. This is where bitterness, bitter feelings, all of those things come into place. This is not the court. This is not the place to be doing these types of things. All right? I'm going to deny your request and I'm going to dismiss this case because you do not have a reason to ask for child support. It's very clear from this email that you knew what the situation was and you agreed to help them. And you're getting financial support from it. It's just not what you're looking for, but that was the agreement, to continue paying the bills and everything like that.
I won't be dropping them off on Monday.
You ain't gonna have that already there. You probably not coming.
No, hold on. Yes, you are. Because y'all are gonna do what? Y'all gonna go have a conversation.
Did you hear her? We're gonna have a conversation.
Yes, y'all are gonna have a conversation.
You're gonna have to play nice, not just in front of the judge.
And you are too. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Can we order counseling? Is that an option?
Girl, please.
Well, I can't necessarily order counseling because
because I can't talk to her. Look how she reacts.
Here's the deal. I cannot order that. That is not what we do in child support court, but I would highly recommend and encourage it. And it can be done. And I have faith in the both of you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the end, the court dismissed the child support request because the evidence showed this was a voluntary temporary arrangement, not a situation that legally justified a new support order. Back cigar. The ruling reminds us that family agreements, especially when documented, can carry significant weight in court, but it also exposes how quickly poor communication can turn loved ones into courtroom opponents. What do you think? Did the judge reach the right decision, or should the grandmother have received additional financial support? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoy real courtroom analysis that explains both the law and the human stories behind it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more cases like this.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. She's always working for the hospital. We said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours. And even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. And, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They always for days at a time. She's never home, and we broke it off several weeks ago. And only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her. Even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Brace yourselves, because this case isn't about a parent refusing to pay child support. It's about a father who says he's been raising 2 children almost entirely on his own while their mother slowly disappeared from family life. What begins as a routine support hearing quickly turns into a courtroom filled with shocking admissions, emotional accusations, and a judge who refuses to accept excuse after excuse. As the testimony unfolds, you'll hear claims about abandoned responsibilities, an autistic child needing extra care, and statements so unexpected that even the courtroom falls silent. By the end, one decision will completely change the financial responsibility in this family. The biggest question is simple. When one parent carries nearly everything alone, how should the law respond? Stay with us, because this hearing only becomes more dramatic from here.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying your kids are liars?
I mean, they could be. I mean, I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. I mean, it's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I mean, I am, though. Like, I feed them or sometimes, and
that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
Okay, but it's food, though.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because.
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's
they
okay?
have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
Me, personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it.
The hearing takes a dramatic turn as the discussion shifts away from money and toward parenting itself. Instead of focusing only on finances, the judge begins examining who is actually present in the children's daily lives. The father's testimony paints a picture of sacrifice, while the mother's responses raise serious concerns about involvement and responsibility. In family court, judges often look beyond income alone. They consider who consistently provides care, stability, and emotional support. At this point, the balance of the case is already beginning to shift.
I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids.
I went to overnight. His shift to
as he should. He's a dad.
As you should. You're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift. Why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him. It's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them is you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no. I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
This is where the courtroom becomes far more than a child support calculation. The judge directly challenges the idea that parenting responsibilities belong to only one parent. Legally, financial support and parental involvement are shared obligations regardless of gender or work schedule. The father's schedule change becomes powerful evidence that he adjusted his life for the children, while the mother's own statements begin undermining her position. Every answer she gives seems to strengthen the father's case instead of her own.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. All right. Health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan, so I just pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are we doing?
It's Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family?
Then comes the moment that completely changes the emotional weight of the hearing. The mother's admission that she never truly wanted the children becomes one of the most powerful moments in the courtroom. Whether spoken out of frustration or honesty, statements like these can dramatically affect how credibility is perceived. The judge immediately redirects the discussion back to legal responsibility, making it clear that personal regret does not erase parental obligations. At this stage, the final outcome is becoming increasingly predictable.
That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom. Period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad.
that.
And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're
I'm
not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
you don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want them because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them. So.
But you kept them.
No, we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but
once
like
she
when
got
we were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not
pregnant
right now.
and she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
this
what, I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
We work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this what we'll...
The case shifts from emotion to mathematics. The judge carefully calculates income, Medicaid reimbursement, and ongoing child support based on the financial evidence presented in court. This isn't meant as punishment. It is designed to ensure the children receive consistent financial support from both parents. Because the father has become the primary caregiver, the traditional expectation is completely reversed, with the mother ordered to pay substantial monthly support plus back payments. The legal reasoning is straightforward. Responsibility follows the children's needs, not outdated assumptions.
You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your Monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500. Think I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care of your kids.
Don't, you know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
By the end of this hearing, the judge delivers a clear message. Parenthood is measured by actions, not titles. The father demonstrated daily commitment by changing his work schedule and caring for 2 children, including one with autism, while the mother was found financially responsible for contributing to their support. The court's decision reinforces an important legal principle. Both parents share equal responsibility for raising and supporting their children. What do you think about this ruling? Did the judge strike the right balance, or would you have decided differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom stories explained with clear legal insight, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more compelling courtroom cases.
Mr. Kennedy, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older, expenses are getting a little higher, and sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying insurance already. And,
okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
Autumn. Oh, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Autumn. Okay. So what type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that in high school as well.
Okay.
So just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing that.
Okay. Is this a school bus or?
Yeah, it's a school bus.
With her teammates?
With her teammates, yes.
And you don't feel that she should ride with her teammates?
If it's really far away, maybe like an hour or more, I'll drive her. But, if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll usually let her typically go.
Okay. That's understandable. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She's just a growing girl, and girls are expensive, as they say. So.
I mean, we are. We have a lot of stuff that we need. So, yeah. Ma'am, is there anything you want to add or subtract from what he said?
All right, guys, brace yourselves. Because this courtroom battle isn't about a billionaire's paycheck. It's about a parent's responsibility. A father comes to court asking for more financial help as his 12-year-old daughter's expenses continue to grow. But the mother has a very different perspective. She argues that her new marriage, her husband's wealth, and sacrifices she made years ago should all matter today. The judge, however, has one job: separate emotion from the law. As the hearing unfolds, you'll see arguments about money, past regrets, and surprising excuses collide with the legal reality of child support. The biggest twist? The wealth everyone keeps talking about may not matter at all. Stay with us, because one key ruling completely changes the direction of this case.
Yes, Your Honor, I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay, tell me about this new relationship.
Well, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from, well, my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so you would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
What type of allowance do you receive?
About $500.
$500 a week, okay. All right.
So, which really isn't that big a deal. I mean, obviously.
That big a deal in terms of the amount of money, or you paying child support for more in child support for the child living?
The conversation suddenly shifts away from the child and toward the mother's new marriage. Instead of focusing on her daughter's increasing needs, she argues that her wealthy husband and sacrifices from the past should influence today's decision. But child support cases rarely revolve around past marital disagreements. The judge immediately redirects the discussion back to one central question: what financial responsibility exists right now for the child? Do you think old relationship issues should ever affect a child support ruling?
With him and having increased expense.
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal to Mr. Kennedy because he has a pretty healthy income himself.
But you do understand his income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Yes, I understand that, but what I
Okay.
don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I tried furthering my education, though I wanted to pursue that so that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not how this works. And sir, she says she gets a $500 a week allowance from her husband, and who is a CEO of an energy company. Briefly, how much money does your husband make?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
This is one of the most important legal moments in the hearing. The father's request is not based on the CEO husband's wealth, and the judge makes it clear why. Under child support law, a new spouse's income generally isn't used to calculate what a biological parent owes. The courtroom quickly separates public perception from legal reality. Even if someone marries into wealth, the legal obligation to support their child remains their own. Were you surprised that the millionaire's salary didn't determine the outcome?
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
I think so.
When you say a lot, is it like in the 200,000s, 300,000s?
Well, the car that he drives was about 200,000. So I'm thinking you'd probably have to
You
make
only
more
get a
than that.
$500 a week. You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on. Sir, do you know how much money her husband makes?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town of energy,
Steve Jobs.
so to say.
So let me ask you this. Are you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No, his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our daughter. And like I said, I just want a little more help because she's getting older. And, you know, if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's not what you were doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support because at this point you've been paying.
Now the case turns from debate to numbers. The judge uses the mother's own testimony about receiving a $500 weekly allowance to estimate her available income. From there, the child support calculation follows the legal guidelines, not emotion or speculation. Medical insurance is also factored in because one parent has already been paying those costs alone. It's a reminder that family court focuses on documented financial responsibility rather than personal opinions or lifestyle choices.
0, because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay,
but
so after yes, I do see that, that means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
Well, how much are we talking about?
We're gonna base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make.
Okay.
So, based on that, I have your gross at $2,000 a month. After you take out the calculations for the taxes, your net comes out to $1,662.53, okay? That would give you a child support obligation of $266. However, you also heard him say that he pays $130, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In medical insurance for the child.
Just when the ruling appears settled, another unexpected argument enters the courtroom: a psychic subscription. The mother suggests that because the father spends money on personal services, he shouldn't need additional support. but the judge quickly shuts that argument down. Personal spending choices may be questioned socially, but they don't erase a parent's legal duty to contribute to their child's needs. In the end, the court stays focused on one issue only, supporting the child, not judging private financial habits.
You're going to have to reimburse that to him. So, in addition to the $266 a month for child support, you add the $130, your child support obligation monthly comes out to $396.
Can I say something?
Sure, but make it brief.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic,
Okay.
but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
Okay.
And
what does this psychic have to do with these numbers?
Well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then the insurance, and I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. I mean, you should address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The judge's explanation after the hearing ties everything together. This wasn't a case about wealth, status, or a successful new spouse. It was about applying child support law fairly. Because the mother acknowledged receiving a regular allowance, that income became part of the legal calculation, while her husband's earnings remained outside the formula. The final ruling reinforces an important principle. Every parent shares responsibility for supporting their child, regardless of new relationships or past disagreements. So what do you think? Did the judge reach the right decision, or should other factors have been considered? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy real courtroom stories explained in simple terms, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more compelling legal cases.